Morning beauty fam, I thought I would film a get ready with me. I'm not sure if I'm going to post it on Instagram or YouTube, but I'm using a different format. I'm using actually my iPhone. The outfit of today, I'm going to a work conference and I will link the outfit I have. I have these beautiful yellow jade earrings and I'll link these. These are from an independent jewelry maker who's Filipina. I love these earrings. And then I think this is from Bauble Bar, and this is from a local jeweler. I don't think they have a website. And the blazer is actually linen. It's actually really nice. This is a Old Navy work blazer, really affordable price. These are pretty large. I could have done a medium if I wanted a more fitted look, but I think the trend is that we're going towards these like loose, big kind of throwback to 80s Miami Vice kind of big shoulder pad jackets. XL was way too big. For large was very comfy. I can definitely close it. So it's one of these kind of suits where you can button it and it has pockets. And I got this also in a beautiful lilac linen shade as well. And I'll link that, Old Navy. And then this jumpsuit actually is a terracotta jumpsuit. I'm actually pretty petite, so, and I have a very short torso. And so this beautiful terracotta color I got, and it comes in also green. I got a green one with longer sleeves. So that is my outfit for today. And we're gonna do makeup. So what I'm gonna do is actually take off my blazer and we'll start. Okay, blazer is off. Wanted to use some new products and things that I got from the Sephora sale. I'm gonna use again my Tatcha SPF, and I was recently watching somebody of SPF or primer first, and they were saying always put SPF first. So we're gonna do that. This is the Tatcha SPF. They had this a year or two ago, but the packaging was terrible, and this is just new packaging for it. And when I'm in a pinch, I actually don't use primer. I can use this as a 2-for-1, but it's not really primer, but it could be. So I'm just putting SPF all over my face because it's definitely really, really sunny out here in the Seattle area. Primer is done. I do always do my eye prep, and then I'm grabbing my Chanel Gilet, and I just put a little dot on my finger. And I just put that in here with my ring fingers, and I just dab that on. I already had some under eye cream before, but I like to use this as almost like skin prep, or else what happens as I'm aging, I'm noticing my eyes get really, really dry, especially in this season where I'm having allergies. Oh, some of the Forever Glow products. So this is the Forever Glow Star Filter in shade 4. And I'm usually a 3 warm olive to 4 warm olive, but I've been really tan all year round. So what I'm gonna do, instead of, in my review, I used this star filter all over my face, and I don't think I want to do that this time. Oops, actually I'm gonna pause on that. What I wanna do, I actually think I wanna use the same thing I did yesterday. So I use this as a base. This is the Chantecaille Anti-Aging Face Tint. And a lot of people use this like by itself. Because I'm already brown, it just looks a little weird on me. It actually kind of is. Here, I'll show you. I don't prefer it by itself. What I do like to use it as, I like to use it as like almost like a primer. But what it does, it lays down a really nice kind of like a primer situation. But what I want to do is use this Forever Glow Star Filter. In my review, I used it all over my face, and I don't want to do that this time. I'm just using it in certain areas. I use it on my forehead. I don't want to use it on my nose. I might use it here. And I'll share why I'm only using it, in certain areas. A couple days after I started using these products, I started breaking out, and I am not quite sure if it's this product, the Forever Glow, or if it was a skincare product that I started using. Either way, it was like a lesson to me. I always forget, like when I'm trying new products, to just try one product at a time. because I can't track if I'm having a breakout because of that product. So what I'm doing is just using that Forever Glow Star Filter in shade 4 here. Okay, hi beauty fam, I am back. My phone told me I was backed up on space, so now I'm switched to my regular filming camera. I have my base down. I have the CHANTECAILLE anti-aging face tint. These names of cosmetic companies and all that, their names are long, so either way I'll put all the details below. These are what I have on my base in addition to SPF. I'm going to still use the Phyto-Teint Perfection. This is a very matte foundation, oil-free. I love it. I use this all day. I had like a 12-hour work day yesterday, and I found that it worked really, really well and just lasting a very long time. The way to use it, because it's so matte and so pigmented, is just to go in section by section with up here first. And this is the Kyoto Faux Pas brush. This is like a very dense synthetic brush, and it's for like full coverage. So I'm just dotting this foundation on because it's so pigmented. Okay, I'm back with the lines drawn and with studio lighting. And the bad thing about studio lighting is, depending on how the creator does their lighting, it can kind of blow them out and look lighter than they naturally are. And I'm going to take off this patch here because I've been having this acne breakout here. And I've been using these great Korean patches. And for regular acne, it's really good. For cystic acne, which I get on my chin, it's just okay. It just doesn't get rid of like the deep cystic acne. It's more just like the acne that's there for a week, and it kind of hurries that up. But I'll link that product below. I believe I got it from Amazon. But if you have a good zit patch that you recommend, let me know. I'm looking one for specifically for cystic, I never know how to say it, cystic acne. Okay, so that is how the base is looking. Let me get in. I actually think it looks really good. And again, I put that Dior highlighter up here. And I have oily skin, and I know this is like a really matte foundation, but throughout the day it'll just settle down, and but also like my natural oils will come through. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. This is the Releve SURRAT eyelash curler. I love it. It's already just booted out all my other eyelash curlers. I've been also using this lash tint, and I'll post it below too. My sister gave me a sample, and she told me that they were selling them for like 2 in a box for 1 price at Costco, and then I just picked it up at Amazon because I don't really go to Costco. And it's been really working for my eyelashes. Becca Cosmetics. I think this is owned by Makeup Forever now. This is some eye corrector, and I just use this for correcting under my eyes. And I really haven't met any concealer yet in my life where I can just put it on without having to color correct. I really just having color corrector that works has been a game changer for my under eye area. What I'm going to do now is use this Fenty concealer that I bought, and this is shade 315W. Let me grab a mirror, and I'm going to do this according to how I usually do my makeup. That's 315W, and then 310W, and this kind of brightens the area. Okay, I'm taking my MikiCarrBeauty Angie Hot and Flashy concealer brush, and this is my second day using the Hourglass powder. I love the container. So far, this Fenty concealer I'm loving. It reminds me of like, think of it as like a baby sister of the Pat McGrath concealers, and that it's super pigmented, great shade range like Pat McGrath. But what's different is like, it's like a new fresh formula updated for 2024. It's a very, very thin formula, which for me, I love. It's not too matte. It's definitely moisturizing, but At the same time, it's very thin, so it doesn't add any extra like product down here, which, you know, when you're aging, see when I do this, if I have too much product or emolliency, it's just going to like crunch up and build and look yucky. So far I'm like really liking it. I don't know if it's like better than my holy grail of Pat McGrath, but it's really lovely. Okay, taking my yellow shade, this is, I did get this at the Sephora sale, using again one of my favorite brushes in my collection. This was really meant to be a large eyelid brush, but it's so versatile that and it's so delicate and pointed that you can just use it. I used it under my eye area and targeted like this. How beautiful that is. For my skin tone and everything, this is just, yellow is like a really great color. If I want brightening, I use light. Medium is just exactly my skin tone, so it's not brightening. Actually, it's a little bit deepening, if anything. So that's the Pat McGrath. Favorite brush, SURRAT here. What I'm finding is that my favorite matte bronzer like has been really great as a base for these shimmery bronzers. But before I do that, I almost forgot. I have to actually powder down my face before I put any of these face products on, because it's just going to be way too pigmented. So, you know, fun fact, I have oily skin, and if I didn't powder down my face, a lot of these face products would look super pigmented, and it might grab a little bit more. So if you're an oily skin person and you want things to just go on a little bit more seamlessly and blurred, put like a loose layer of powder on your face. And I'm not worried about this tamping down the shine that I just put down and the glow, because again, my face is oily. Throughout the next 30 minutes to an hour, it'll pop through. And that Sisley, it's my favorite powder. This is Matte too. Okay, so moving back to my bronzing routine that I've been doing. I'm taking a Niji Pro, and I'm taking my matte bronzer. This is in the shade 3, and I actually just go into both of them, and I use this as a base for my bronzer. This has got to be my favorite bronzer, even matte of shimmers. So what I'm going to do, and I know it's extra, but I'm going to take some of this Dior bronzer. It's a shimmering bronzer. This is 051 Peachy Bronze. I'm using my FO Fox Hair 3 brush, and then it's going to that swirling on it. And what this does is adds a beautiful shine, like a shimmer. I'm going to turn it upside down. This is the Meteor, it's an Amber 04, and these are the colors. Taking a smooth butter brush and just dipping it in here. And putting it back here. And because I got the wrong shade, this is like a shade too deep for me, 1 or 2. I'm finding it's a really just great bronzer blush product because it's got some red in it, and so I'm trying to put it back here. So pretty, love it. So I've kind of got like a bronzer blush combo going here. This is like becoming my like summer go-to. And then I want to try this peachy Forever Glow Maximizer Dior, and I have a whole review on this product line of the new Dior bronzing or blush maximizing products. This color peach. I'm not using this as a blush. I'm using this primarily as a highlighting product. So pretty. I usually don't like cream highlighters, but this like liquid highlighter is just, ooh, so beautiful. Let me know if you want a video on my favorite, my highlighters that I have in my collection. I have this now, and then I have Lisa Eldridge. I think I have 2 or 3 Chanel ones. I don't have too many, but the ones I have I think are just so pretty. And this is unique because for me I don't have anything like peachy or like peach pink. This is a very peachy pink glow. So pretty. This is a Sephora purchase. I got the refill of a quad and I ended up getting the color Pulse. And this is not a color for today. So pretty. Okay, so again, these are refills. I have 2 of these containers. They're so pretty, but they're such like finger magnets. That's why I wasn't convinced to like buy these again for the product, because these are pretty. I think these are a little bit overpriced, so I mean it's great that these were on sale. So I want to probably get all of these. Some people really liked this formula and some did not. For me, I love it. It worked out really well. So it's got this deeper plummy brown on top. This is like a creamy satiny color taupe. Here's the shimmer shade, and this is like the pop fun shade, which you can and can't use. What I love about these is that of the 3 is pretty boring basic out of all like the formula. You know, these ones here are usually like such beautiful staple colors, and then they do a pop shade. I love it. And that's what the swatch looks like. And the shimmer shades are just so good. Okay, so let's go in with that taupey shade. I'm gonna take my Chikuhodo eyeshadow brush, this one here. It's a squirrel hair brush. And these are really beautiful because they put on the color of the makeup very lightly. These remind me of an easier version of Natasha Denona shadows. They're creamy, but they don't... There's something about the Natasha Denona, depending on the palette, if sometimes those cream to powders kind of stick and skip a little bit. And quite honestly, sometimes I get really overwhelmed with the palettes from Natasha Denona. I mean, some people love having what, like 12 shadows in big pans. Sometimes I just get overwhelmed. I'm like, I can't pick. And I really sometimes just want a quad, you know, 4 or 5 colors, because the look is already curated for me. Okay, so that's the beautiful taupe color. So pretty. It's this one here. It reminds me a little bit of that Dior single, but it's not as shimmery or multi-dimensional. It's a little bit like a toned down cooler sister. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that deeper shade here and grabbing a Sony G mini booster and then just kind of popping that in the outer V for some depth. Again, using that Chikuhodo brush because it's just so light. I love that it puts on a light application, and grabbing that shimmer shade. This was probably the formula last year that impressed me the most out of all the eyeshadows. And you know, you can end there, and this is like a beautiful, simple, cool toned. Actually, it's like cool warm. It could go either way. Either way, it's like a basic palette. It reminds me a little bit of the Natasha Denona Glam palette. The one that's like, you know, this cool tone palette, which is, that one's a little bit more frosty and cool tone. Okay, just cleaning up the edges. This Suqqu brush, it's like a liner brush, and go into that deeper shade. I just want to use that close to my lash line. So I could stop there, but I am wearing orange. So this is a trick that I found for people who don't want to have too much of a pop, because these pop shades can be a bit intimidating. I'm grabbing a Spectrum Candy Jane Hughes 15 brush. It's synthetic. God, I love this set. It's so good. If you're thinking about getting a synthetic set, Candy Jane Hughes. You can just add a little bit of this orange pop here, like either at the end or in between. It's very subtle. I'm doing it between the 2 colors. I don't know if you can see it. It's just kind of like an accent. I've used these pop shades as liners. That's another way to use them. But today I just want to try to use this kind of like in between and see how it looks. So pretty. It has an orange pop, but as you diffuse it, it's pretty. It's a pretty light orange. But for me, as a brown skin woman, like, this is a really nice color. It pops. I'm so excited, like, that Prada is doing makeup. I just feel like they're the edgier makeup in the market right now, and a bit like filling the market of like those of us who are a little bit disappointed with Pat McGrath, like that her product's a little bit more mainstream and safer now. So you can see there's that pop of orange. Beautiful. So I mean, for me, it feels a need of like, I want luxury beauty, but I want some like edgy editorial like makeup. And between Prada and then I would say Isamaya French, they're just, I think they're just so fantastic. I just love those products. Okay, something I've also been doing is I used to have these out on my top shelf and I took them out again. This is like my perfect inner corner highlight. This is the Chantecaille Luminescent eye shades and I have the color Cheetah. And for me, it's like the perfect champagne prosecco color for my inner corner highlight. And I just, it's probably my most used shade in my collection of these eye pops. Actually not called eye pops, they're luminescent eye shades. And then done. Do you see how that just added a little pop in here? And I just have this here on my top shelf of my vanity. And it's pretty well worn and panned, and I just use a rougher 03 brush. What I'm gonna do then is use Wayne Goss. It's this one. It's like a luminescent cocoa shade, but I've been using this as my liner. And what I love about these Kohl's pencils is that they're like more traditional Kohl's. They're not super, they're not gel-like. They don't run. Sometimes with gel or silk eyeliners, they're great and easy to put on, especially as we have more wrinkles up here. But I have hooded lids and hooded eyelids and oily lids, so sometimes those products can run, make the eyeliner run, and I don't find that the case with his eyeliners or his Kohl's pencils because they're traditional Kohl's and they just don't really run after they dry down. So just kind of using that down here. So I'm using some liquid eyeliner. This is SURRAT in brown. The liner I did, and it's like an easy way to just do liquid eyeliner. Okay, that's it. Usually I do a bigger wing, but I think I just want to do a baby wing. I just finished with curling my lashes and then the Lisa Eldridge mascara. I'm loving it. It's one of those things where, you know how some mascara, it has to stay open for a week or two and then the formula just like peaks. Well, it took about a week or two for the formula to be open, the tube, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful mascara. It's very fluffy. I feel like it's just like a beautiful everyday mascara. I am using the Hourglass, the translucent Vanish Airbrush Press Powder. I got that in the shade Tan. And yesterday I used, it's translucent, so it doesn't swatch very well. I used this powder puff. Powder puff, is that right? The puff that it comes with. And I noticed that it actually deposited a lot of product. And this product is just a smidge too deep. Like it's almost like half a shade too deep. I have a suspicion that it might be better to use with a brush. This is a rougher 22 brush, and I'm taking off any other extra product that it might have. And I'm gonna go in. When I use this, it like deposited too much product, but I just want to see what it would look like when I use this with a brush. So I'm not swirling it, I'm just pushing it in and then shaking it off. Let's use it on one side and see what happens. No scent, thank God. Yeah, there is a blurring effect for it. It's nice. I definitely like this better than using this puff. When I used the puff yesterday, it deposited too much product, and actually it just, because it's a smidge like exactly my color, if not deeper, it deposited color. And actually it's not bad. It just like, as I get more tan this summer, it's like gonna be my perfect color. But right now it's like a smidge too warm if it goes on too pigmented. This is not my favorite brush. I bought it, but I just using my products I have. It sheds and it's like, sorry rougher, not all your brushes are great. I think they're great like alternatives to like Sunoji or Chikuhodo, but I just don't think they're like my favorite. It's a very rough brush, and actually if anything I should just go ahead and sell it. I just don't ever use it. It just, after it's like I feel like it's scratchy. All right, I'm taking a Koyoda brush. It's not a new company, Koyoda. These are more vetted. Okay, so just taking Koyoda and then just using that. Oh, so much better. Okay, beautiful, done. Okay, that's it, beauty fam. That's it for my look. Let me see if I can finish with lipstick using Suqqu. I forget what shade this is. This is 101. And that's it. Let me know what you think of this look. I'm gonna put my hair down. Okay, beauty fan, remember to subscribe, comment, and like below. What do you think of this final look of some oldies and goodies? Let me know what you think about this beauty look. I think it turned out really well. I hope you're having a beautiful day. As always, please be very kind with yourself and others, and just be you. Until the next video, beauty fam, take good care. Bye.